All right, this is my first stream ever on my new iMac. So yeah, this is fun, right? We're going to talk about how 2020 is canceled this year, guys. Whatever your plans are, you're done. You throw them away. 2020 is officially canceled. I'm going to talk about what I mean by that. There's also some other things that I do want to update you guys on in terms of the channel and some kind of just bookkeeping and maintenance stuff. So number one, yeah, let's kind of kick it off with this. 2020, the year of movies. This year has been a horrible year. This is one of the worst years I think of my life. I don't remember a year quite being this horrendous. Being home hasn't been terrible. Luckily, my wife and I are still both employed at this time, so it hasn't been like too harsh, I guess, for us. So it hasn't been as hard as what it could have been. And my well wishes and prayers go out to those who have been affected by the coronavirus. It is an awful, awful virus, and hopefully we can kind of starting to see it seize down a little bit. It actually has been getting a little bit better out there, but it could always be better. And it's unfortunate when you see hundreds of, probably around 100,000+ people are going to die this year. I mean, it's crazy. Just in the U.S. alone, I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks. My family's doing well. We've been, obviously I live here in Utah. My parents live in Pennsylvania. I talk to them on a regular basis, not every day, but they're doing really well. Pennsylvania is a little bit more heavy in the quarantining as opposed to Utah, where everything is kind of starting to open up again here in Utah. But my wife and I have been very, very safe. We've been very smart. My wife is still working from home. We don't ever leave the house pretty much unless it's a necessity like food. And my wife's family, they're doing well also. So anyway, 2020, the year in movies, guys. It's been a pretty crappy year. Everything has been postponed or delayed or moved indefinitely. Some release dates like New Mutants, we have no idea when that movie's going to come out. I think they should just throw it up on Disney Plus, but they still want to release it theatrically, apparently. So we'll see what happens with that. But there are some things that have obviously happened. I don't know if you guys have, listened to the news today or, was on Twitter and you saw some headlines and reports going out there that LA is continuing their shutdown possibly for 3 more months. So what does this mean per se? This means that they would probably be at home until early July. And how does this impact movies? Well, Tenet is the movie that still has not moved from its original release date. It is still scheduled to come out July. I'm going to look it up right now, actually, because it's going to bother me if I don't look it up. Tenet release date, July 17th, 2020. July 17th, 2020. Whoa. Terrible audio feedback right there. Sorry about that, guys. So Tenet comes out July 17th of 2020 this year. And Tenet is my number one most anticipated film of the year. We're all excited to see it, right, guys? We're all excited to see it. Well, if it's truly the truth about this report that things are going to be pushed another 3 months in LA, Tenet is going to be moved. It is not going to be released in July. And honestly, there isn't really a lot of room for a lot of these big movies to hop onto. I mean, you look at the end of this year, it's jam-packed. I mean, you have the Oscar films. You're going to have all of the award-heavy movies coming out. We have things like, October, Halloween Kills is going to be dominating the October box office. We have Black Widow. That's going to dominate the box office, I think, in November, I think is when it comes out. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So you have Black Widow, you have Halloween Kills, you have, other big movies that are at the end of the year. And you're not going to put Tenet up against another blockbuster film. You're not going to put Tenet up against Black Widow. That just doesn't make sense, because neither studio is going to make nearly as much money as they could if they were both released on different weekends apart from one another. And Wonder Woman 84 is not going to be coming out in August if this is true. I think that we need time as a society to be ready to go back to the theater. And how long is that going to be? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you right now, if the theaters were to open up tomorrow, I'm not going to the theater. I'm not going to the theater. I don't want to risk me getting this virus and giving it to someone else and having it spread, and then someone dies because of me. I don't want that to happen. I love movies more than the next guy, but the thing is, we still have Netflix. There's still a lot of content out there on VOD that they've been releasing. And to me, honestly, I feel okay knowing that we don't have to worry about going to the theater anytime soon. I would love to go in July. I would love for everything to work out. I'd love for the virus in a couple weeks just to die down and people get accustomed again to going outside, being in the public atmosphere. The unfortunate thing, though, is that even when this thing dies down, there's still going to be cases out there in the United States. And you don't want this thing to come back and again be rampant like it is now. And I think that as we see the virus go down and we actually kind of see some positive results, less and less people getting infected with the virus, less and less people dying. You absolutely want that number at zero. Nobody should have to die. Nobody should have to lose family members to this terrible, disease or to this terrible virus. And the thing is, I think once you see that, I think the public eye is going to be more acclimated to going out and doing things, because people don't just like going to the movies, going to the mall, going to get a haircut. I mean, just getting it working. A lot of people have been unemployed by this situation, and it's unfortunate. I'm lucky enough to where I have a degree in a field that is online based, so I can do my work remotely, which I have been very graciously humbled by that fact. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for everyone else. It's definitely something that I think people just need to be more acclimated to being outside and being back with other people in the public. And I think that once we do that, and once we can get to a system where it's safe for us to do that, I think it'll be a lot easier and a lot better for everyone, and we can all go out and enjoy the movies again. And I want to see Tenet, but I don't want to risk my health or the health of somebody else to go out and see a movie, because it's just not worth it, in my opinion. And the same is said about Wonder Woman 84. The same is said about Mulan. I mean, all three of those movies, those are like pretty much in my top 5 most anticipated films of the year. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to see a movie in the theater until September, October. Who knows? We don't really know what's going to happen with this whole virus, but you just have to hope that all of us can be locked down. We strictly adhere to the laws and the rules and the people that govern us, because the thing is, the worst thing you can do is not listen and go out and try to do your own thing. And even if you're young, you're healthy, you're someone who can someone who wouldn't be impacted by the virus, you can still carry the virus and not have symptoms and then spread it to other people. I mean, it's that dangerous and that scary. And so I think that we need to get to a certain point where everyone feels safe. Not just you, not just me, but everyone around us can feel safe by interacting with us. So it's going to be very interesting. I think that the world is going to change after this. I think we're seeing how important it is to have certain safety and certain health restrictions in public areas. And I don't think that that's going to change. The plexiglass that you see at Walmart that protects the workers, that they kind of just put in there, at least the Walmarts that I've been to over the past couple of months, I don't think that's going to change at all. I think that they're really going to hone down on being more healthier. And so that's one thing that could be a positive out of this whole thing, is that the world is going to get to a place where we are more safety oriented, more health conscious, and I think that that's really important in a time like this. Um, but yeah, I'll get to your guys' comments. We can just chat for a little bit. Honestly, I'm totally fine with that. If you guys have any comments on anything, it could be on this, it could be on a movie that you watch, it could be on a video, whatever you want to talk about. If you miss something about, normalcy, uh, let me know. One thing that I miss too is baseball. I'm a huge baseball fan. I got my Yankees hat right here. Proud Yankee fan till the day I die. I miss it. I really miss it. I'm gonna try to wake up early enough tomorrow because Korea, the KBO, they actually have their games on ESPN at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I definitely got to catch one of those games sometime soon. But anyway, we can talk about anything you guys want to. I will also update you guys a little bit on things that are going to change. Not really much is going to change because I've already talked about certain changes, but there is one big giant change that I will talk about here in the next few minutes. Hello, Numenoid. How are you? I think we should reopen soon with precaution, of course, because if we don't, our economy is going to flop and a lot of bad things are going to happen economically. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the economy's in the crapper right now. I get what you're saying. I think it still is one thing that we have to be safe. We have to make sure people feel safe. And, essentially, if you live in a place like where I'm at right now, I do live, in very close to a city. I kind of live in a suburb of a city. So there's a lot of people. There's, a lot of heavy population. So I still go, when I go to Walmart or I go anywhere, I still wear a mask, even though my state hasn't been shut down like at all. It's kind of like, it's almost like a rule without saying it's a rule. So everyone is just adhering to it. But yeah, I think that it's very important that we stay safe. And I understand that we should reopen, but I think businesses need to transition more into a tech type of platform. There needs to be some type of way for businesses to transfer over to a more remote type of setting. Unfortunately, some businesses you just can't do that. Restaurants and stuff like that, I get it. It's very unfortunate, but I feel like there are a lot of jobs that have been lost that wouldn't have been lost if the people responsible or the people in charge of those jobs, the leaders in the organizations that have let a lot of people go, allowed the workers to work remotely. I'm not blaming the workers that lost their jobs, of course. I'm blaming the people, the ethics and the organization of the business models that certain companies have. I'm a business major, so I know a lot about how businesses should operate, and they should be more tech-based. If you're tech-based, then you should allow your employees to work remotely. Of course, with New York and other hotspots, they probably should continue shut down. And that's the thing, is it's hard because if you're in like a big city like New York or LA or even I would say like a Houston or Boston, I mean, those are really, really hot zones. And I agree, they need to be shut down. They need to see change, essentially. Once those numbers start deflating and we literally have a death rate of zero, not one, of zero, I think that's when we should all be ready to get out of lockdown. Due to lockdown, I haven't been able to get a haircut. In a couple more weeks without a haircut, I'm going to have a mullet. Yeah. Luckily, my wife cuts my hair, so I actually have a haircut just like a couple weeks ago. It has gotten shorter. I did shave the beard. It is coming back, which I'm very excited about. I also get my braces off in a couple weeks. I'm very excited about that. It'll be a whole new me, guys. It'll be a whole new me. I don't even think I've made one video on this channel where I did not have braces. I think the first video I made was back in 2018. I want to say like March or February. And I'm pretty sure it was like a week or so after I had my braces on. So I don't think I have a video without my braces. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to get these off. And my wife picked the colors this month, and because of Star Wars Day, she chose red and black. I guess those are Star Wars colors to her. Whatever. Yeah, that mullet game is rough. Yeah, man. I can imagine. I can imagine. Luckily, my hairdresser is my spouse, so I've been very fortunate, honestly. But hopefully, yeah, you guys can get haircuts very soon. If not, hey, just let it grow out. Why not? Why not? My hair has grown so much in quarantine. Yeah, I'm a huge basketball fan, and we were supposed to be deep in the playoffs by now. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Yeah, basketball. I'm not like a huge basketball fan. My favorite team back in the day, not when LeBron joined, but was the Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade is my all-time favorite basketball player. We had a couple of great seasons there. Um, obviously LeBron went there, and I kind of stopped caring about basketball. I stopped watching. I just don't. I'm not a big LeBron fan. I get he's very good, but I don't know. To me, I like March Madness. Like I wish that we had March Madness this year. I get it, but I definitely miss like NCAA basketball for sure. It was definitely a weird March in April without the NCAA tournament going on. I love March Madness. I watch it every year. Um, I live next to two cities. I've been passing the time with video games and schoolwork. Yeah, I've been playing video games. I've been playing a little bit. I play Animal Crossing like every day, or a little bit every day. I try to. I didn't play today, but it's fine. Um, I don't know. I still play Pokemon, I guess, a little bit. I'm waiting for the DLC. I think that will occupy my time. Um, I've been watching a lot of movies, watching a lot of Netflix, catching up on stuff I haven't watched yet. Today I just watched Charade, the movie from 1964, I think it is, 64, 63. I have the Criterion of it, so I decided to watch it, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. My hair grows fast. Yeah, me too. I have the same issue. My hair definitely grows fast. I was born with messed up teeth. I'm probably going to be getting braces sometime this year, dude. Braces, they suck. They're terrible, but they're a game changer. I've really enjoyed having braces. I've been very fortunate to get braces. I never got braces when I was a teenager or anything like that. So I got braces in college after I got married and everything. So it all worked out, I guess you could say, really well. On my Switch, I play Zelda and Minecraft pretty much. Yeah, I have Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm not very far in it. My wife plays, she is very far in it. She still hasn't beaten the game yet, but we have like I'm trying to think of all the games. We have Zelda, Luigi's Mansion. I haven't beaten it. I got stuck at a part and haven't gotten back to it. I'm weird when it comes to video games. I have a tough time finishing them because I get so frustrated because I get stuck and I just kind of get bored with games. I like games where I don't really have to play the story. It's either I create my own story, like something like Skyrim. Yeah, there's a story there, but there's so much you can do in an open world. Skyrim is my all-time favorite video game. And I'm not a heavy gamer either. I really don't care that much about video games. I don't really know that much about video games. I like to play something that's more relaxing, that isn't so frustrating, I guess. I just get frustrated with games too much. I love sports games though. I love MLB The Show, which unfortunately I don't have a PlayStation, so I haven't been able to play that in years. But it is coming to the Switch next year, so I'm buying that for sure. Like totally buying that 100%. But yeah, we just got Animal Crossing. We have like Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Eevee or whatever it's called. Which I kind of played that a little bit and haven't really gotten back to it. I don't like the mechanics of it, but I'll play it again. I'll finish it at some point. Yeah, we have a bunch of games. I play a lot of Super Smash too, because I have friends who have Super Smash and we'll play all the time. So, and I don't play by myself online because I get destroyed. And then I have an Xbox. I did play Call of Duty Modern Warfare for a while. I do have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order that I've only played Jedi Fallen Order once, and I played it for like 2 hours. Didn't get very far, and let me tell you why. I'm gonna go back to it. I will beat the game, but I'm so frustrated about the parrying in that game. The parrying in that game is ridiculously complicated and hard, and it's stupid. It's really stupid. So it is frustrating. Uh, What's up, man? I was tuned in when you were doing GOT recaps. Yeah, Quiz, how's it going? I remember you. Yeah, man, back in the day, Game of Thrones. Gosh, I miss a series like that. It's my all-time favorite series. My all-time favorite TV show. TV shows I've watched. I watched Hollywood on Netflix. It was okay. It was good. I don't know. I thought about making a review on it, but I decided not to, just because I didn't really have a lot to say about it. Because I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's the new. Is that dude's name Ryan Murphy? I think. What is that guy's name? Hollywood. He's a dude who does like American Horror Story, and he did Glee. Yeah, Ryan Murphy. That's what his name is. Yeah, it's a new Ryan Murphy show on Netflix that came out like maybe 2 weeks ago. I watched it all the weekend that it premiered on Netflix. Binged it. I thought the show. Let me give you a rundown of the show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know if you guys care, but essentially, it's a show that kind of takes, 19. I believe it's set in 1950. It's after World War II. Yeah, so like maybe 1940, 1950, somewhere around there. It's after World War II, so post World War II. It's basically about how these young kids, I guess kids, they're not even kids, they're older than me. These young men and women want to make their dent in Hollywood, and there's a bunch of different main characters. I'll tell you one thing: Laura Harrier, she played Peter Parker's love interest in Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think her name was Liz. She is fantastic. I loved her in the show. She had so much charisma. I thought she was the highlight of the show. And Samara Weaving is great and everything. I love her. Yeah, I have a big crush on her. She was great in the show as well. But I just felt like the show, because it takes like some real characters. Like you have Rock Hudson, essentially. A guy plays Rock Hudson, who was a famous actor, and they flip it on its head, where it's not really what you think. The people who are actual people, or like people who are even based on actual people, they have very different fates than what happened in real life. And this is from the show perspective. I just felt like the show just lacked a little bit. Like the story was fine, but it didn't really go anywhere. It almost felt too predictable. And I don't know. I just had an issue with it. I thought that the show, like what the show was trying to do and accomplish and say, I don't think that point really got across. And it felt almost like narrow-minded. Like basically Ryan Murphy said, I'm going to do this one thing. And that one thing is the only entire focus of what he wants to do for the show. Whereas like all the other intricate, important stuff that you're almost much more interested in, he just kind of glosses over it. And I don't know. To me, I watched the whole series, wasn't a big fan of it. I don't think I'd watch it again, but it does have its moments. I do think it has some great moments and some moments where I was just kind of like, where the dialogue is a little cringy. It's poorly concepted in certain sequence of events, and it has some pretty weak. I would say it almost has some pretty weak writing in spots, but it was okay. So I watched that. I haven't really watched any other shows. I'm really excited for Space Force. I don't know. Are you guys going to be watching Space Force? The new show by Greg Daniels, creator of The Office, and Steve Carell. It looks hilarious. Hilarious. I cannot wait. What's up, Marvel fan? How you doing? How's life? How's quarantine treating you? I haven't beaten Zelda yet either. Yeah, it's a big game. It takes a while. I'm not like the biggest gamer. I kind of lose my patience with games, so I can only take them in increments of time before I get just bored. I can see why you like Animal Crossing then. Yeah, it's fun. It's fine. It's cool. It's not like the greatest thing ever. It's not like I'm addicted to it like some people are. My island isn't even really complete. I haven't really done a lot. Like I just today they just started constructing the resident service building. So I haven't really, and I've had the game for well over a month. I got it maybe like 2 weeks after it released, or a week or something like that. But it's good. I mean, my wife and I, we enjoy it at times. Um, let's see. My Xbox decided to stop working. Really, that's it's unfortunate, man. I'm sorry to hear about that. This sucks. I don't have any advice, honestly. I haven't had that issue. I don't really play my Xbox that much. I really play my Xbox now as a Blu-ray player. Um, Sad to say that, but it's kind of true. I think it's an easy fix though, just something with heating. Yeah, you could look it up on YouTube. YouTube is fantastic. I've looked up so many different things on YouTube. Um, yeah, YouTube is a great resource. I've only been here for 5 months. Are you talking about like on the channel? Like that's awesome, man. Yeah, Numanoid, you're an awesome friend, man. I really appreciate having you on the chat. All of you guys, everyone who just kind of tunes in to my channel and watches my videos. Thank you so much. Like I truly appreciate it. I get negative comments sometimes, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is, man. You know, it means you're doing something right. Hey, if you have hate, if you get dislikes on videos, there's like one person, like my last couple of videos, they've disliked every video. Like I don't know why, but it's kind of helping me, I guess. So keep doing it. But if you have someone who despises you that much, I think it means that you're doing something right. So it is what it is. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up button. Thank you for whoever just did that. Let's see. Uh, people have been beating Zelda in 45 minutes or less. The new one? Is that even possible? Like maybe if they did like a speed run or whatever, yeah. But I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy if that's true. I don't know. It doesn't sound right, but maybe it was a different Zelda game. I found you with with your Lord of the Rings video. Well, thank you so much, Mikolai. I really appreciate it. That's how you say your name, right? Is it Mikolai? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm really bad with names. Thanks, man. Yeah, my Lord of the Rings video definitely has hit better than I ever expected. Honestly, it was a tough video to make just because I really kind of had to. Let me just move my computer here. I really had to come to the the bravery or the guts, I guess, to kind of release publicly that I had never seen The Lord of the Rings. And I have a couple people on the video I've commented and saying, "Oh, you name yourself the film fan, like, and you've never watched Lord of the Rings. Oh, like, how could you do that?" So that gets me to my update. All right, I will continue looking at the chat and stuff after, but let me update you guys on something. I've been thinking a lot about this, and it didn't start with the Lord of the Rings video. It didn't start, just recently. It's been something that I've thought about for probably the past like 6 months, and I didn't really know how to approach it. I didn't know if I truly wanted to make this change or not because I had asked certain people in my social circle outside of YouTube what they thought about this idea. And I remember, my wife was saying that she didn't really think it was a good idea because of, branding, um, and kind of just getting the sense of, I guess, repurposing myself. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see you, man. I hope everything's doing well. Thank you for joining in. Everyone, say hi to Jeff. Be nice to Jeff down there. You guys have a conversation. That's what we have. This is why I started the channel, was so that way we could have a community together as film fans. But it is with a heavy heart that I tell you guys this. I am no longer going to be known as the film fan. I am officially changing my name. It is happening. Actually, after this stream, tomorrow, I am going to be rebranded. And you might be asking, well, Nick, what are you gonna name your new channel or this channel. It's the same channel. Nothing's changing. I'm not leaving YouTube. Nothing's happening. All right. I'm going to make my channel my name. It is going to be Nick Acosta from now on. So anyone who's upset by this, I hope you're not. Honestly, it's something again that I've really wanted to do for about 6 months or so, and I've really thought a lot about it. And I actually even thought about like starting the year 2020 off with this brand new change. But I really have decided that I really want to be known for me. And I think the Film Fan is such a basic general name. And I have seen a lot of YouTubers use it for their channels. And some of them I don't necessarily agree with them or their taste. There's one person in particular who's out kind of not being a good influence at the time that we need during this pandemic. I'm not going to name any names. They're never going to watch this video probably anyway. But there's somebody who does have the Film Fan as part of their name, and I really don't want to be anywhere associated with kind of the general basic premise of this name. So it is going to be Nick Acosta. I am changing it officially to Nick Acosta. I do have a second channel called Nicholas Acosta, which I don't really have any content on. I have like 2 videos, but that's beside the point. And I'm going to be rebranding the channel banner is going to be different tomorrow. The image is going to stay the same. I really like my image. I'm not going to change that. I am no longer using iMovie. I have my Mac. So I've had a Mac, but I have Final Cut Pro now. So a lot of the stuff is going to be revamped in a way. And I think the videos are going to be even better than what they have been before. And yeah, so my channel name is now going to be Nick Acosta, officially starting tomorrow on May 13th. So I'm very excited about this change. It's a small, minor change. Some of you might not even notice, honestly, that it changed, but I really think that this is the best thing for me to do at the moment and at the time. I'm making more creative decisions. This is, again, you guys, I've done a whole live stream about this. You can go check that live stream out. I'm still doing movie reviews. I'm still doing, I'm still talking about movies, but I am going to be doing some other things that I'm very excited about. I am actually right now in the process, very early process of making my own short film, directing, writing, acting. I'm going to edit. So I'm basically going to do a lot of stuff. I have some other people potentially helping me. I have to ask one friend because I really want to get a score. It's going to be a horror short film, and it's going to be on the channel. And I don't know. I can't even make that announcement because I haven't even started. I've barely scratched the surface of writing. So I'm very excited, and it's going to be a great time. What is it about Nick Acosta? Well, that's my name. Honestly, I just want to be known for me. I don't want to be like this basic person known as like the Film Fan, because it's very basic. And again, it's almost kind of just too generic. There's so many people named the Film Fan, and I want to diversify myself. Yes, Nick Acosta is a popular name. There's other people with the name Nick Acosta, but it's almost kind of like my buddy Nathan Hale. That's what his YouTube channel is named. I kind of looked at what he did because his name used to be NanoRail TV, and then he changed it to Nathan Hale, and he started making his videos a little bit differently and almost rebranding himself and his image, but still doing the same thing. And that's what I want to do, because I'm most passionate about that. I don't know if that makes sense, and yeah, I am a Star Wars fan, Jeff. Very much a Star Wars fan. I have a lot of content on this channel about Star Wars, and some you might agree with, some you might disagree with, and that's fine. We're all movie fans here. But yeah, I really just want to make this change to Nick Acosta. I think it's lasting. It's going to represent me better as a person, and I'd rather be known as Nick than be known as like Film Fan. That's not really what I want to be known as or like branded with. And by the way, Jeff, I did notice, I did see here in the comments, you said that this is your first time. Thank you so much, man. If this is your first time, Jeff, do me a favor. Do me a favor if you can, if you are very interested. Do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. I don't know if you've hit the subscribe button yet, Jeff, but hit the subscribe button. Share with a friend. I don't know. Anybody that you know has. Thank you so much, Jeff. I just saw your notification. Thank you so much for doing that. And be a part of the community. And if you have friends who are very interested in film, or other people that that in certain social circles or online, share one of my videos out with them. That would be incredible if you guys could do that, because honestly, like, I want to make this community bigger, and it's not for me. That's the thing, is it's never been about me or for me. I'm fine with a small audience. Like, I've never had a problem with that, but I really want to make this community bigger, because I want us to have a voice. And I feel like this is a very safe community. We don't ever get heated. We don't ever get, mad at each other. We can just have an open, honest conversation with each other about film. And it's great. I think it's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of great stuff coming to the channel as well. And I don't want you guys to miss out on some of the cool things that I have planned. So it's very, very exciting. I'm kind of behind here on the chat. I've been doing a thing since I'm bored where I put all the movies in my collection I haven't seen into hat and let the hat decide for me. Watching Aliens, love your channel, dude. That is awesome, dude. That's such a cool idea. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea, Marvel fan. I got to do that. Is that okay if I take that idea from you, and maybe do a video on that? That is awesome. I love that idea. I want you to be able to. I want you to let me know. Hold on. I want you to let me know if I can take that idea, or at least do something with that idea, because I think that's such a really, really awesome idea. I love that. So cool. I want to do that. I definitely want to do a video on that now. That's such a cool idea, man. It was a new one, and yes, they were speedrunners. Gotcha. What are your favorite movies, Jeff? Just listening for the moment. Can't wait. Not Your Name, the short movie. Oh, so I don't have a name yet for the short film. I don't want to. Okay, I do not want to give you guys context about what it's about, and I'll tell you why. There's going to be a twist that I really hope no one sees coming. I don't see how you could. It's kind of out of left field, and I don't want to ruin it for you. So I'm not going to say anything about what it's about. Just know that it's a horror short film, and it's going to be it's kind of going to be like a quarantine type of short film, I guess, in a sense, in a way. Do with that as you will, as you want. I don't want to I don't want to give anything away, because there's going to be some crazy twist in it that I really hope none of you guys you might be able to spot, but still, I don't want to ruin it for anybody who doesn't. I see Nick is. Oh yeah, I read that. I've got a channel, but I review the opposite of my name. I only review weird, surreal, artsy stuff no one really heard of. That's cool, man. I'll have to check out your channel. Let me know if you guys also have channels that you want me to check out. I'm totally down to look to support other people in the community. 16 subscribers. You have Funny Games, AM Song to Song Review Podcast, Ghost Before Breakfast Review, Steamboat Billy. This is, you know what, Marvel fan, I'm going to give you a subscriber. This is very interesting stuff, man. I want to check out, definitely want to check out your Mulholland Drive review podcast. Dracula review, I definitely want to check that out too. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, extremely short review. Yeah, I want to check that out too. So I am now subscribed. I don't know if you got the notification, but I am now part of your community. Thank you for letting me know, Marvel. Did anyone see Kevin Smith's tribute video to Carrie Fisher released at May 4th, Star Wars Day? I did not see that. I've seen a lot from Kevin Smith. I do follow him. I must have missed that. Yeah, I think I missed that, Jeff. What was it? What was it though? Was it like just like video, like a video montage of Princess Leia, like the best moments of Princess Leia? Yes. Dresden. I don't know what that means, Numanoid. Were you talking to me or were you talking to somebody else? You might have been talking to someone else. Praise Nick. You don't need to praise me. You don't need to praise me. I'm a very imperfect human being. Thank you so much though for your guys' love and support. I appreciate it. You don't need to praise me though. Sub for sub. I mean, I don't know. I don't really usually do that unless I kind of know you. In 5 months, you gained like 50 through 70 subscribers. Yeah, yeah. Actually, this past, I can tell you guys the analytics. I don't want to like brag though or anything like that. I just want to. I can inform you guys. This is our community. So let me pull up the analytics here. I've gained just like the past month. Okay. Last 28 days. Okay, last 28 days. So like last month. In the last month, I've gained 73 subscribers. Just so you guys are aware, which is it's cool. I really appreciate the support again. You know, I hope I'm not bragging by saying that, but I just want to let you guys know the analytics. It's very overwhelming for sure. Do the hat thing and watch a movie from the hat every day for a week and make a video about it. That's a cool idea. Yeah, that's a great. I hope Marvel is okay that I'm going to do that. I want to do that. And that's a great, I guess, suggestion. Maybe not like every day because life does kind of get busy for me. I actually, right now, I am in charge. I'm running social media account, basically the entire social media department of a company right now. So I do have work I have to get done. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I could maybe do like 3 or 4 days or something. Marvel, I like artsy films as well. What do you think of Scorsese's statement that the Marvel Universe is not cinema? Martin Scorsese. Yeah, I love Scorsese. I think it's a really dumb comment. I mean, it's cinema. Cinema is cinema. You know what I mean? I do love Scorsese. I think he makes some amazing films. He has some films that I don't like quite as much, like, you know, Raging Bull, I'm not a big fan of, unfortunately. But yeah, it's very, I don't know. I think it was kind of a dumb statement by one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. But I still love him. I subscribe to Marvel Fan too. Yeah, you guys go and subscribe to Marvel Fan. Show him some love. You know, let's get him a bigger community over there. No, he knew her personally. Oh yeah. She was in one of his films. That's right, she was. That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Thanks for putting that on my radar. Let me, you know what? I'll write it down right now, just in case I forget. Kevin Smith tribute video to Carrie Fisher. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Sorry, I have a lot of tabs open. And he told funny and sweet stories about her. Yeah, that's great. I love Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is like, I'll be honest. Kevin Smith has made films that I'm like, they're not very good, but he's such a great guy. I mean, such an awesome dude. Who doesn't love Clerks though? I mean, Clerks is probably my favorite movie of his. You know, what's the one? Tusk. No, I'm not a big fan of that movie. It is very different, and I applaud him for trying to do something outside the box. But again, not one of my favorite filmmakers, but what a solid dude. He's one of those guys that I would just love to meet in person and just literally just talk with him about nerd stuff. You know, that'd be awesome. Have you ever watched Terra Nova? It only had 1 season, but still a must watch. It was dropped because it was too expensive to make, but now that they can make high budget shows like Game of Thrones, I just pray some studio picks it up again. LOL. My fave show of all time. That's cool. I think I've seen an episode of that. Let me look it up. Terra Nova. I'm pretty sure I saw an episode of this one time. Yeah, I have. Terra Nova. Yeah, I think it was on Netflix at once. Yeah, Naomi Scott's in it. Stephen Lang. Yeah, I have seen an episode of this before. Yeah, I liked what I saw. I don't remember what happened. I think I like watched an episode, and then I kind of just like forgot about it. But I'll definitely have to check it out, Quace. Thanks for the recommendation. Don't sub to the dude who asked for sub. Those people are beggars and should actually work for subs. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to sub to him. I don't do that. I don't know the guy, and I usually only sub to people that I believe in. And I'm not saying I wouldn't believe in the guy, but the sub for sub thing, I've never been a fan of it, honestly, because it's like, oh, let's just bump up our stats just because. I want people here on the channel that want to be here, that subscribe because they want to see the content that I'm putting out, and that we're growing, and they want to communicate with this community. That's my opinion. And I'd rather have 1,000 legit subscribers who actually care about my content than 1 million fake subscribers. That's the way I think about it. And honestly, like that is my legit, honest, truth. Like that is how I feel. Maybe do the hat thing with 7 movies over a couple weeks then. Yeah, I could do that. That's a really good idea. I really love that idea. I like listening to Kevin Smith talk better than watching his movies. An Evening with Kevin Smith, his concert film, is so entertaining. I've not seen An Evening with Kevin Smith, but that sounds absolutely delightful. I need to check that out. Yeah, I love following him on Twitter. Like he says some of the funniest things. The thing is, you could just tell the guy cares so much about not only just like comic book films and Star Wars and like nerd culture, but he really cares a lot about filmmaking. And that's the thing I think that is most important is he's such a fan of movies. And for him to work, in the industry of film, I think he gets it's a dream for him. And I really love Kevin Smith. I love the dude. I think he's so solid. I used to love comic book. What was it called? Was it like Comic Book Men? Is that what the show was called? Kevin Smith, Comic Book Men. Yeah, the show Comic Book Men. I used to really, really, really like the show. There's like 6 seasons. Holy crap! I only watched like maybe 2 seasons, but I used to watch it because I think it would come out. Yeah, it would literally be like Walking Dead, and then Comic Book Men would be at like 10:30 or something. I'd stay up and watch Comic Book Men after The Walking Dead, which I used to be a big fan of The Walking Dead. I haven't watched in a couple years, to be honest. The show completely lost my interest, but yeah, I really love. I love Kevin Smith. With the hat thing, you should do movies you haven't seen or you have not seen in years, so the movies are fresh. Yeah, I'm trying to watch more movies that I haven't seen. I have a bunch of movies right there, looking at me right in the face, and there's so many that I haven't seen, and I own them. And before I buy like new movies, I kind of want to watch some that I haven't seen yet. So that's probably what would happen. You should watch it, Nick. He tells great stories about Hollywood and doing a documentary with Prince, who was absolutely nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I've been really into. It's weird. It's weird that you're mentioning this, Jeff, because I've been really into the documentary craze right now. Like I just watched Crystal Lake Memories, the full 7-hour compendium on Friday the 13th, which was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I watched Cursed Films. I guess that's another show that I watched. It was only like 5 episodes. I hope that they have more. But essentially, it's on Shudder. I don't know if you guys have heard of Shudder. It's a horror streaming service. Sorry, guys. Probably should get a drink. I think I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to hold this thought. Give me a second. You guys talk with each other. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go get a drink. My voice is like gone. Like my throat is super dry. So I'll be right back. All right. Awesome, you guys stayed. Thank you so much. Had to get water. Had to find it. I didn't know where it was. Oh, it feels so much better. I hate being one of those streamers who like drink or eat in front of the camera, so I apologize. But when your voice is shot, you kind of just gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, what was I talking about? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, documentaries. I've been really into documentaries lately. Crystal Lake Memories, Cursed Films, which was awesome. It's on Shudder, a horror streaming service. It's only like 5 episodes, and they're only like a half hour long. But it goes over like 5 different films or like sets, during production that were, I guess, cursed in a way. There's some crazy stories, man. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Twilight Zone movie incident. Like that is insane. So yeah, I've been really into documentaries. And I started Never Sleep Again, but I only got like 2 minutes into it, honestly. Because I was so tired because of the 7-hour documentary that I watched in one day. I watched the entire thing in a day, so it's kind of crazy. Another show I like is Survivor, dude. Quay's my man. Do I watch Survivor? Heck, yes, I do. Every week, every week, man. My wife and I, we watch it. I love Survivor. I'd love to play on it someday. It's kind of a secret dream of mine. I've watched Survivor probably since I was like 3 years old. There was a couple of years where I stopped watching because the show kind of got dry in my opinion, but this season's been great. Winners at War. It's been fantastic. I'll say this, Quays, and for anybody who doesn't know what Survivor is or you don't care, this is just for Quays real quick, or anybody who does watch Survivor as well. If Tony does not win this season, I'm going to be pissed. That dude is amazing. Like the freaking GOAT, man. That guy is insane. He's so good. Who's your favorite player, Quays, like of all time? Favorite Survivor player? Mine is Boston Rob, actually, but I don't want Boston Rob to win. Like if he came back from Edge of Extinction, I don't think anybody who's on Edge of Extinction deserves to win. And anybody in the game, there's only like 2 people who I could see winning that deserves it. Like Tony, obviously Tony deserves to win, but the other person is Sarah, and I'm not a big Sarah person. I think she just plays the game too much like a rat. I don't like those types of people. But I know she's like a great person. I've heard great things about her. I just don't like the way she plays. But yeah, I'm really into Survivor. I can't wait for the finale this week. Oh, tomorrow, baby. Tomorrow it is the finale, which is kind of sad, but because we're not going to get another season of Survivor, and who knows how long. It's probably easier now, though, for whoever wants to join Survivor. I know I would, but I don't know if I'd do it right now. I'm so out of shape. And I think if I played Survivor, I think I'd be really good at the social game. Physical challenges, I think I'd do okay, but I would not be like a huge physical threat. I think that might be the issue. I'm not like, I can swim. I'm decent at swimming, but I'm not like a great swimmer. I'm kind of slow. But like social game though, I really run a train on people with my social game. And it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing because maybe people wouldn't trust me because I'm too good or too sneaky or whatever. But I would love to be on Survivor. I would love it. I also watch Big Brother, but I'm not like too much into Big Brother. I think Big Brother's kind of drawn out and there's so many episodes that are just crap that you just don't really care about. And they do such a bad job at picking a cast for that show. So no. Talk amongst yourselves. LOL. Yeah, right amongst yourselves. I don't know what to say, Jeff. Yeah, you got me on that one. It is pretty funny that I said that. Praise. Be quiet, Numo. Like, come on, man. Get out of here. Get out of here with that stuff, man. Get out of here. Crypt TV has tons of horror shorts and it's on YouTube. Never heard of it. That's cool. Like, are they like legit shorts? For example, what I mean by legit, like, are they by um, like professional filmmakers, or are they just like anybody can do it? Crib TV. Who's scared? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check this out, dude. I'm subscribing right now. Hit that subscribe button. This is incredible. I'm finding out new things that I did not know about. The Bachelor Skull. That sounds absolutely incredible. I wonder if like you can submit stuff to them. Oh, it's Peyton List, right? Yeah, that's cool. Maybe you can't submit stuff to them. One thing that I want to do though is when I do have my short film, what's going to happen is it's not going to be on YouTube right away. I'm actually planning. Well, I'm hoping to if it looks good enough, I'm hoping to submit it for some short film for some film festivals and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Everything's canceled this year, so it probably won't be until next year anyway. But you probably the only thing you'd see is probably like a little teaser or trailer or something. But I wouldn't put it up right away just because for certain film festivals, you're not allowed to display it to the public until after it's run its course at the festival. I don't know if that makes sense, but it would definitely be up on YouTube at some point in time. It's essentially a game show of social politics. Yeah, I know what Survivor is, man. It's great. Last documentary I watched was Michael Moore's Planet of the Humans. That was depressing. It's like R.I.P. humans. Planet of the Humans. That's interesting. Does it talk about like how humans are destroying the earth or something? Is that like a environmental documentary? I'm very intrigued. Actually, I don't depressing stuff though. Maybe I wouldn't want to watch it. I watched a 10 episode World War II documentary on Netflix, and each episode was an hour long. 7 hours are baby numbers. Dude, you're a beast, man. I don't know what to say. You know, it's a great documentary though that I have watched that I did a review on my channel for, so you guys know I watched it. Tiger King. Oh my gosh. If you've not seen Tiger King, okay, you need to watch it. Oh my gosh. And Nicolas Cage is playing Joe Exotic in a scripted TV show. That's amazing. That was like some of the best news I've heard in like the last 5 years. Also, I watched a documentary one day. Yeah, it's a task, man. I think like watching documentaries, there's so much information. You learn so much. I think they're even sometimes more entertaining than movies. Like, for example, Friday the 13th, Part 5 and Part 7 and 8. I don't really remember Jason X. I know I've seen it. But like the bad Friday the 13th movies have the best like segments in that documentary. Like Part 5 was so interesting. And then you realize too, the guy who directed the film is kind of a weirdo. He literally told one of the actresses, it's an actress that appears in in Part 6, Jason Lives, which I actually really like. Jason Lives. I really love that movie. It's super fun. She was also in Can't Buy Me Love, which is a movie I really enjoy, even though it does have its issues. Oh, and by the way, Can't Buy Me Love, I've seen it twice in like 3 weeks. Why? I don't know. But anyway, so the actress, she originally was auditioning for the role in Part 5, and she was going to get the role. But the director said she didn't have big boobs. Her boobs were not big enough. And they went with Deborah Voorhees, who, if you've seen Part 5, you know that she's got some chest. That's all I'll say. So it's kind of disgusting though that like you base who you want in your film off of their breast size. Like that's kind of sleazy and disgusting. And the dude, you can just tell the dude is sleazy. Like everything that he tried to do for Part 5 and like basically how every female in the movie has to strip off something or like basically show some skin in order for them to, well, every female in the movie needs to basically show some skin. I think it's just sleazy and it's kind of gross, but it was so intriguing to like learn all these things because you're like, wow, I would not have known that. And then Part 7, unfortunately, I think it would have been a better movie if the MPAA didn't friggin' wreck that movie over the coals and basically tell them that they couldn't have all the stuff that, what's the dude's name? John Carl Buechler, I think is his name. The director of Part 7. He had a better movie that fortunately will never see the light of day. And then Part 8, it's just very interesting about learning about all of the on-set issues and things like that. I just really love documentaries. Spencer Bledsoe is my favorite player. Spencer Bledsoe. I think I know who that is. I'm bad with last names. Spencer. I know there's been like maybe 2 Spencers before. Oh, him. I'm going to be honest. Spencer, I didn't like him that much. Like, I understand. Like, here's the thing. He's a very good player, super strategic, and he made a lot of great moves. Going against Chaos Cass, who was an idiot, in my opinion, one of the worst players in Survivor history. And the fact that she came on again for a second time is a joke. So I did like the fact that Spencer got her out. But the thing that I think I didn't like about Spencer is he was a little too overconfident. I think that was his downfall. Whereas like Tony's confident, but he plays it off in a way, this time around at least. The first time he played, I did not like Tony at all. I didn't like him. He was just a bully. And I felt like Spencer, he wasn't a bully per se, because it was that season, the season that Tony won, and Kai Gayan, right? Spencer was on that season. I felt like Spencer, his biggest problem was that he always was too confident that things were going to go his way. And I feel like he was a little bit too naive in that regard. And so I'm not a big Spencer fan, but I understand why people like Spencer a lot. Like, he reminds me a lot of someone like JT. After JT won his season, when JT just kind of sucked out, that's kind of what Spencer reminded me of. Spencer could have won that season if he would have done things differently. If he would not have been so confident, I guess, at Tribal Council that things were going to go his way. Because he was easily manipulated. And I think that was one of his biggest downfalls. But it's hard. You never know what, I don't know what would happen if I was on that island. Honestly, your mind's racing. So I understand that. But I'm not like the biggest Spencer fan, but I think I want to see him play again, though. Because I do think that he is a very good player. And if he was given the opportunity and he had things kind of go his way, I think he would have won that game. I don't think Tony would have won. Don't watch Crypt TV, but I've watched a few of their famous shorts. Moore's documentary was released on YouTube a couple weeks ago. He released it for free because the theaters were closed. That's cool. I'm going to have to check that out. Planet of the Humans. Planet of the Humans. Awesome. Now I'm going to save that. I'm definitely going to check that out. It already has almost 8 million views. It's about how the green energy movement was co-opted by the corporate interests. That's cool. Thanks for that recommendation, Jeff. That's awesome. I think Tony or Sarah. Only reason I think he might not make it to the finals is because people might vote him out because his resume is so good. Yeah, I know. That's the biggest issue. That's my fear too, honestly. And the thing is, I'll say this too. I like when someone is entertaining and they're playing a great game and they deserve it. And that's Tony. Tony, in a nutshell, like he embodies everything that a winner should be. And if this truly is like, Jeff Probst and everyone's been saying like the best season ever, you cannot have someone like Michelle win. She's clueless. And here's the thing, people like, I don't really think that they're actually going after her. Like when Tony and Sarah are like, yeah, let's get Michelle out. If they actually were thinking that, it's like, do you not understand? Like, how did you win the first time? You take her to the finals. If I'm on that island, I'm taking her and Ben to the finals. Ben's done nothing. Ben is a complete idiot. Didn't deserve to win his season. I hate Ben. I cannot stand him. He's definitely my least favorite player in the game of Survivor. He's clueless. The dude is clueless. He's rude and ignorant, and he's doing himself so much harm by the way he's acting. So yeah, I really hope it's Tony, and I agree. I think if he goes out, I think Sarah's taking him out. I really think Sarah's taking him out. And if he doesn't win too, I think a lot of it could be like the jury could have a grudge. But if these are truly like all winners and like the best of the best, they should award it to the person who's played the best game. In my opinion, that's just how it is. And I think Tony's going to turn on Sarah because I think he knows that if he's going up against Sarah, there's a better chance he could lose. What's your view on Russell Hantz? I just liked how he was able to manipulate players. I like Russell, man. I really do. I actually follow him. He has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you knew that, Quiz. He has a YouTube channel, Russell Hantz. I think it's Russell Hantz or Russell Hantz Show or whatever, where he does like recaps of Survivor, and he talks about it. He talks about like everything about the game. He's so insightful, and he knows a lot. He talked about his mistakes, like what happened with him, and why he was really dumb for playing the way that he did. And that's the thing is like Boston Rob is my favorite player of all time, but the dude drives me crazy because he plays the same game every time he's on the island. Every time. It does not work that way. You have to change it up. That's why, dude, Tony deserves to win it more than anybody because he changed it up. He played a completely different game throughout the first 2/3 of the game. And my hat goes off to him. He deserves to win it. I want him to win it. I'm rooting for Tony at the end. I'm rooting for him. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, I like Russell, man. When he played, I really liked his ruthlessness in Heroes versus Villains. I loved it, man. He played such a good game. I respect good gameplay like that. Maybe he could have he could have been a little bit nicer to people, but at the end of the day, he did what he had to do, and I thought he deserved to win twice, not like he deserved to win twice. His first season, he should have won, and I love the way he played because he was playing with people that were pretty stupid. The third time he played, though, he did the same thing like what Boston Rob's doing now, and it screwed him over. But it's hard. When you go into a season, I imagine when you go into a season, and just as a viewer watching it, when they do a season of essentially they bring back some returnees and then some new players, the reason why they do that, I don't know if you know this, Quays, or if you kind of have this an understanding of why they do that, because they want a returning player to win. They don't believe enough in their cast that they have that they can get someone who's really good with on-screen charisma, has a good charm to them, and can play a really good game that people respect. So, like Redemption Island, I'm happy that Rob won because he deserved to win. I mean, he played the best game, but essentially, and he's my favorite player. So, I love Boston Rob, and it's funny. I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a freaking Yankee fan, diehard Yankee fan. He's the only Boston Red Sox fan I actually like. I'm just kidding, but he's a Red Sox fan, and he's my favorite player. Me and my dad, I would watch it with my dad. When I was younger, and we watched. I remember All Stars. We watched All Stars when I was like, I don't know, 7, 8, no, 9 maybe. And I remember that season, and I just remember we were rooting for Boston Rob. And it's unfortunate that Amber wasn't really able to play this year, but in this season because of she's married to Rob. But the thing is, what was I saying? But the thing is it's like Russell even admits, like on his podcast, he's like, I should not have played that way. I probably would have done better, but I do like Russell Hantz a lot, though. He's a great player. Jeff Pro said season 41 is happening. No, I know it's happening, but it's going to be like delayed. It's not going to come out as soon as it could come out like early as next year. I don't think it's going to come out at the end of this year. I know they try to do like 2 a year, but it hasn't even started filming yet. So, I mean, because of the coronavirus and everything like that, I know it's happening, but it's not going to be like coming anytime soon. I don't know what everyone's talking about. We're talking about Survivor, Numanoid. I'm sorry about that, man. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about down below. I agree. Ben and Michelle are goats. Yeah, they don't do anything. They just sit around. Michelle tries, but she's clueless. I mean, just now, it's like, here's the thing. I will respect anybody who tries to take out Tony. But the funny thing is it's like Michelle now is like, let's take out Tony. Are you stupid? And then when she's like, oh, I'm going to vote for Jeremy, but I don't want to. I hope he uses the thing that I gave him. Why would you vote for him anyway? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So both of them are goats. Denise is playing a horrible game. She took out Sandra. But Sandra is not a very good player. She never has been. She's won 2 seasons by just sitting on the bench and doing nothing because, bitter juries. And because the first season she won, Johnny Fairplay should have won, but he got taken out. And Johnny Fairplay would have won. But yeah, Sandra is not a very good player. I don't care what anybody says. I've heard she's a very nice person, and I believe it. But she's never really been a good player. Like social game wise, like she has this whole like as long as it's not me, which is fine, but it doesn't mean you're a good player. And so like with Denise taking her out, I was like, oh, that was cool at the moment, but that's it. That's like the only thing on her resume. And Denise is just stupid. Why didn't she know she's on the bottom? She cannot think for a second she's on the top. Why would she not go with Michelle, Jeremy, Kim, and them? It makes zero sense to me. It really was stupid. I don't understand. Like, is she playing for fourth place? Because that's what it seems like. She's playing to lose. Like, she doesn't care to be there. She ain't playing. That's the thing. Her, Ben, and Michelle are not playing to win. So, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if Sarah won, even though I don't like Sarah. I don't like the way she plays, but at least she's playing. At least she's kind of somewhat playing the game. No way. I follow Russell as well. Yeah, he's cool. No, I know I'm a legit fan of this show. LOL. I don't know what that means. Did I say you weren't a legit fan? If I did, I'm sorry. It's not what I meant, or that was not my intention, or I don't even know what I said. I have no idea what I said. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, guys. I'm just so excited I found a fan of my show. Yeah, it's a great show, man. If anybody is interested in what we're talking about, you can go check out maybe like a trailer for Survivor. You could start at like season 1, even though actually I wouldn't start there because it is an old show and there's a lot of new twists and stuff. You could start with this season, Winners at War. I think you might be a little lost, but I would start with maybe like one of the seasons in the past like 5 years or so. I don't know. They had a lot of players, in my opinion, this season that were just like not. I wouldn't classify them as like great players, honestly. I was really hoping though, and I don't like Adam, but I was really hoping that was going to be an idol on the podium. That would have been awesome, but it wasn't. Everyone knows Survivor. It's been around forever. I mean, you'd think that, Jeff, but like, there's still a lot of people that don't know it. My wife didn't even know what it was until like we started watching it. Just like, I don't know, like a year ago. She had no idea what it was, like at all. I was talking to someone today about the possibility that as we go through more months of this, unless the studios get creative, we're going to hit a dry spot of there not being any new movies or shows. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, right now though, the good thing though is that we're seeing movies hit VOD. For example, we had one that just released today. I have not seen it yet. Capone, the new Tom Hardy, Josh Trank directed film. That is a movie that I'm very intrigued to see. I did watch Chris Stuckman's review of it. It does seem like a movie that is going to, I don't know. It's very split. The audiences are very split on it. But I'm very intrigued by it. But yeah, it is unfortunate, man. I think that there hasn't been movies in a couple months, so we're already kind of seeing that. And honestly, it's unfortunate, but you want people to be healthy and to feel safe. And I think that that's the most important thing. Movies are great, but there's always a time for that. Right now, it's about healing as a community and making sure that people feel safe and feel comfortable about the situation. Quickly change the subject. I mean, dude, I flip like that on a dime. Yeah, my brain is constantly moving faster and faster. So yeah. Scoob. Yeah, Scoob is coming out this Friday. I'm probably gonna rent it. I'll probably do a review on that. I don't know about this. Well, maybe Friday. Maybe that'll be a date night thing with me and my wife. We'll watch the new Scooby-Doo movie. It doesn't look very good, in my opinion, but who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me. My wife and I have been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know if you guys have seen that show. Fantastic show. I have seen it before, and it's exciting to watch again. Gotta sleep. Good night, dude. Good night, Quiz. Thanks for talking Survivor. I apologize to everyone else. I'm sorry that we talked about Survivor for so long, but it was a lot of fun. This was just a fun stream. We could talk about anything you guys want to talk about. And thanks so much, Quiz. You have a good night and stay safe. And hope everything goes well for you guys. And just have a great night. And thank you for joining the stream and talking. It truly means a lot. And Zodune Corporation. I think is it Zoe or Zoe? I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Do me a favor, man. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, hit that subscribe button. We talk about movies on this channel. Wide range of movies. We don't really stick to one specific genre. We talk a lot about Star Wars. We talk a lot about horror films. Yeah, we could talk about Parks and Rec. I'll talk with you guys about that in a second. I did watch that special and it was great. Oh, you're subscribed. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. It's hard because sometimes you can see certain people who subscribe, sometimes you can't. And, with the craziness that's been happening the past month or so on my channel, it's been kind of hard catching up with who is a part of the community and who's not. Thank you so much, Zoe Dune. I'm very, very appreciative of it. And, yeah, thank you so much. It really means a lot. The YouTubers are doing well, though. And more people will turn to YouTube for entertainment without TV and movies. I think the one problem that YouTubers are having right now, I'm pretty sure, is ad revenue, because the economy is kind of dropping and a lot of companies are struggling. Ad revenue is a lot lower for YouTubers. So for them, they're kind of getting hit right now. They can still make content, of course, and they're still, the big ones like PewDiePie and T-Series, I guess. I don't know why those are the first two. The two big ones, the two top ones, they're still doing fine. I'm sure that they're still doing fine. Yeah, so YouTubers, they are getting hit a little bit, but some of the big ones, they'll be fine. But yeah, it is good though that we do have YouTube, because there is consistent entertainment on a daily basis. Even though my YouTube well has kind of been dried up, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really been seeing a lot of the people that I really follow, or the ones that I'm truly, I don't know, passionate about, making a lot of videos during this time. It's kind of crazy. So I'm always down for suggestions. If you guys have some YouTubers to suggest, let me know. If you guys yourselves are YouTubers, like Marvel fan, let me know. I'm always looking for more content on this platform. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Yeah, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that movie is. I don't know. I'm in Texas. I'm in New York. That's crazy, dude. How's New York right now? I know everything is locked down. Sorry, excuse me. Everything's kind of locked down and crazy. My family actually lives in Pennsylvania, so it's pretty close. So I grew up near New York. What part of New York? What city, I guess, is my question. Do you know Binghamton? Binghamton, that's kind of where I'm from, a small town in Susquehanna. Well, small town Susquehanna. From a small town in Pennsylvania called Susquehanna. And, in order for us to go to Walmart, the nearest Walmart was literally in Binghamton or Johnson City, New York. I was born in Johnson City, by the way. Parks and Recreation got a very creative quarantine episode. Yeah, we could talk about that. That special was awesome. I loved it. It was super creative. It was so fun to see every character, not even just main character, but the side characters, like Jean Ralphio and freaking what is his name? Oh, Jam. Jeremy Jam. Seeing those guys back, it was awesome. It was really, really fun, and I had a blast. If you have not seen that episode, guys, it is on YouTube. You can actually watch it on YouTube right now after this stream, of course. But you can watch it on YouTube, and it's 25 minutes long, and it's great. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. Seeing some of my favorite characters on television again coming together. It was awesome. And the way that they did it was very smart and very creative. And I thought it was going to be a little weird because it's like, okay, you have, cast members who obviously they're none of them have like relations with one another. They don't live with each other, live near each other, but their characters in the show are like married to individuals in the in the series. And so I was like, how are they going to do that? And what they did was perfect. Without giving anything away, what they did was perfect. I thought it was really, really well done. Last thing I did was mention you watched the Hobbit movies extended. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people have mentioned that, and I'm going to. I'm definitely going to watch the Hobbit movies, and I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings extended. A lot of people have suggested that I actually make reactions, like while I'm watching. And I thought about doing that for Lord of the Rings video, but it was very tough. I mean, you have to imagine like 10 hours of footage. 10 hours of footage. Now I could probably do it easily now that I have better editing software, but it's still that's a task. That's a challenge, guys. Like that's a lot of time, and so it's very difficult. But I'm going to try my best to do something different, and I'm definitely going to do The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings next. And I also have another idea of another series that I have not watched yet that I'm also going to do. Stay tuned for more information. I don't know why I'm so weird, guys. Probably because it's like 11 o'clock at night. Dallas, Texas here. Ooh. Dallas. Dallas is a big city. I'm sure you guys are probably getting hit hard. Hope you're staying safe and hope you're just staying inside, staying quarantined. We're all in this together. We're an hour apart, Zoe Dune Corporation. Still locked until the 15th in New York. I live in Buffalo. We haven't been hit that hard. I've been to Buffalo. Buffalo, that's cool, man. That's a nice spot to be in. Not during this time. I'm not saying that like during this time, but like in general, Buffalo is a cool city. You're not in New York City, which is freaking hectic. I don't know why anybody would want to live there. To me, San Diego is enough. I mean, I don't live in San Diego. I did for a few months, but yeah, it's tough, man. I like cities. Like I like suburbs. I think I like suburbs of like cities where I have like everything is available, like Walmart, Target, In-N-Out. I have to have In-N-Out burger next to me. I don't know if you guys have ever had In-N-Out, but oh my gosh, it is the greatest thing on the friggin' planet. The best fast food restaurant, hands down. My favorite, at least. But yeah, like we have up the street, literally like 5 minutes from where I live, not even 5 minutes, maybe like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, is a Walmart. And then Target is like literally up the same exact street, the same street that you go to Walmart. Target is like just maybe a minute before Walmart. Like it's awesome. The movie theater has to be close to. The movie theater is like 12 minutes away. So definitely memorize that. And I haven't even been able to go to the movie theaters since I've lived here because I moved during the whole quarantine shutdown. So I haven't been able to go to the movie theater yet. Haven't even checked it out, but I will at some point, hopefully in the near future. When everything gets back and hopefully it's maybe like August or September. Wow. Sorry, I'm like getting lost. I can't believe there are extended editions of the Hobbit movies as though they weren't long enough. Yeah, Peter Jackson likes those extended editions. I don't know if has he done anything since? I think he has. Let me look at his filmography real quick. I'm pretty sure he directed something like recently. Mortal Engines, that's right. Oh no, he produced it. What? Wait, what? Oh, sorry. No, he directed it, didn't he? Why am I on his okay, director. Here we go. No, he didn't direct it. He was just a producer on it. I've heard that movie's terrible. I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Maybe you guys enjoyed it, but I haven't heard great things. The last things he directed, They Shall Not Grow Old, which is the documentary. The Beatles Get Back, which I did know that. And he's doing an Untitled Adventures of Tintin sequel, which is very interesting. His filmography is very interesting because it's kind of all over the place and it's very spread out. It's almost like Tarantino, but Tarantino's maybe a little bit more fixed, I guess. Like he has more of a more constructed filmography. Don't bother with the Hobbit. Lord of the Ring movies are good. In-N-Out is amazing. Yeah, it is. It's so good. Double double Neapolitan shake. That's all you need to know. And animal style fries. The Hobbit is great. People don't tend to acknowledge how much work went into those movies. I haven't seen The Hobbit. I've only seen like the first hour, maybe hour and a half of the first film. And I fell asleep, but it was because it was like super late. I remember, back when I had a relationship with my dad. I don't talk to my dad. I haven't really told you guys this, but I don't have a relationship with my father. But when I did, he put in The Hobbit. He wanted me to watch The Hobbit, so we were watching it. But he started at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was so tired. So just for me to stay up like an hour, and I was like phasing in and out. Like I kept like falling asleep at like certain moments throughout the hour and a half, and then I clocked out. And that's it. That's all I've seen of The Hobbit. So best burgers are Sonic. In-N-Out is overrated. Oh man, you're breaking my heart. Zoe, dude, you can't say that. You're breaking my heart, man. Sonic is good. Sonic is good. Zoe, he just made things up way worse than he did in Lord of the Rings. It was Zoe. Oh, okay. He made up whole characters and plot lines. Funny thing about where I live is on the left of my house, there's downtown Fort Worth. On my left, and a few small ranches. That's Texas for you. Dude, Texas, I've never been to Texas. I've always wanted to be there. Like, I've always wanted to go. I've flown into Dallas, Fort Worth Airport. That's it. That's as far as Texas I've gone, which is the airport. Because I lived in El Salvador for 2 years. So I had to fly to El Salvador from Fort Worth, Texas, as kind of like a one of those what are those called? Connecting flights. And then when I flew back from El Salvador to get back into the country, I arrived into Fort Worth, Texas. And I think that's it. Like I've flown just like I haven't used Fort Worth, Texas any other time, I don't think. Because like even when I lived in Pennsylvania and I was going to school in Idaho and I'd have to fly to like Salt Lake, Utah, I would fly from like Pennsylvania to like my connecting flight was like either Detroit, Michigan, or maybe Fort Worth was once. So maybe I've flown in that airport like 3 times. But it was either like it was weird. It was either that or like Charlotte, North Carolina. It's very random sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. He landed it pretty well in the third movie. Like I said, watch extended versions and you'll appreciate it more. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the extended versions. Well, I'm a Tolkien purist. Double animal style with animal style fries is what I always get. Yeah, I always get double. I don't always get animal style fries. Just because sometimes just the burger is enough for me, and because I need to be conscious more about my weight and trying to stay in better shape. I always get a double with grilled onions, and then I always get a Neapolitan shake. Always Neapolitan shake. Let's see. Oh yeah, Nick, he found, and what's great is In-N-Out is literally next to Walmart, so it's like 5 minutes away from me. That's perfect. We've been there I think we've gone there like 6 or 7 times in a month since we've since we've lived here. They're not open. It's just drive-through, but we've gone through the drive-through like 6 or 7 times since we've lived here. And yeah, In-N-Out is fantastic. And living 5 minutes away from In-N-Out for me is very dangerous, but I'm really enjoying it. Oh yeah, Nick, he found 56 hours of old film that weren't used for the original Let It Be movie and basically made a new documentary. That's cool. I did not know that. I feel like a few miles. Oh, I live like a few miles from Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Awesome, man. We've kind of been almost, we've almost crossed each other's paths then. By the way, I'm probably gonna end the stream in like another 10 minutes or so. It's getting kind of late. I have to go to the bathroom, like really bad. And I kind of want to spend some time with my wife before I go to bed. So maybe watch an episode of Avatar: Last Airbender or something. I don't know. Because I do want to go to bed. And I honestly, I don't know. Maybe I won't watch an episode tonight because I want to wake up so I can watch the Korean baseball because I really want to watch baseball, like really bad. But it's at like 3 o'clock a.m. and it's already like 11. So, well, it's 11 my time. Uh, let's see. I forgot that Guillermo del Toro was originally involved in the project. It would have been something to see if he had stayed on. For The Hobbit, that would have been sick. I love Guillermo del Toro, man. I can't wait to see his new film. I think it's Nightmare Alley is what it's called. I can't wait. I think it was supposed to come out the end of this year, but it's not going to now because of they haven't finished post production because of the virus, which is unfortunate. But I'm very excited. I think Guillermo del Toro is such a great filmmaker. One of the movies I definitely need to buy on Blu-ray, I've only seen it once, I need to watch it again, is The Shape of Water, man. I love The Shape of Water. Great movie. Um, it's such a good movie. And I also have one of his other films that I have not watched yet that could also be in my hat drawing video that's going to come up thanks to a Marvel fan and Numanoid. I am going to put that movie in there. It's called The Devil's Backbone. It's a Criterion film. That it's one of his like early horror films. It's a Spanish film. So that's another thing is I need to get more because I'm trying to watch 50 foreign films this year. I'm only at 9, so I have to watch like 2 or 3 this week. So look out for more foreign cinema reviews coming soon, coming to a screen near you. As soon as we're done talking about something, I don't know about. I don't know about. As soon as we're done talking about something I don't know, we're right back to talking about stuff I don't know. Oh, I think you're saying as soon as we're done talking about something I know about, we're right back to talking about stuff I don't know. Yeah, we were just talking about In and Out for like 2 minutes. I mean, it wasn't really that much of a conversation. And I apologize, Numanoid. This is just a random stream at this point. I kind of basically said what I wanted to say in the first like 15 minutes of the stream, and then we've had a lot of awesome people on here, and we've just had a great conversation about just life and just about different stuff. But then Jackson had to do it all himself, and despite that, he did a great job. I mean, I haven't seen The Hobbit, so I can't really comment on that. But Lord of the Rings, man, I couldn't see anybody else directing those films. I really could not see anybody else directing those films. What Peter Jackson did was fantastic. I absolutely love Lord of the Rings. In and Out is almost like 5 minutes away from me. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, it's dangerous, Numanoid. It really is. We probably have been on each other's paths because I've been around the entire Dallas-Fort Worth airport. Maybe. Yeah, and we didn't even know it. That's kind of crazy. That's life is so interesting sometimes, man. It really is. It's interesting. Thank you for the chat. I'm glad I stumbled across this. Jeff, dude, thank you so much. Like, I am so grateful that you stumbled upon this chat too. I mean, welcome to the community. Welcome to the officially changed Nick Acosta community. I got to come up with a better welcome. Okay, welcome to Acosta Nation. How about that? Do you like that? Across the nation, Acosta Nation? I like it. It's kind of cheesy. I've actually had that idea for a long time, Acosta Nation. But welcome to Acosta Nation. It's great having you, Jeff. Thank you so much for stumbling upon this little live chat that we had. I don't know. Did YouTube recommend it to you? Like, that's crazy. Did YouTube actually recommend this chat, like this video to you? I have to wait. The delay on YouTube is insane. Okay. That's all I can say. The delay on YouTube is so insane. It's so long and I kind of hate it sometimes. Yeah, really. That's crazy, dude. That's kind of exciting. Like that's so cool. I don't know if that happens to a lot of other people, but dude, thank you so much. I know my Lord of the Rings video gets recommended to everybody because, gosh, that video just keeps getting more and more views every time I see it. Like, all right, let me check right now. It was at 13,000, like 300, I think, today or something like that. Let's see. Let's just see, just for craps and giggles. All right. Yeah, so 13,470. So it's not as much, but it's still like it gets more and more views like every freaking day. It's so hard sometimes, and I'm grateful for it, but sometimes it's very hard to catch up with it. And also, Jeff, go check out my Lord of the Rings video. Go check out that. There's some videos I'm very proud of. That's one of them. I'm very proud of my 24-hour movie marathon video. during quarantine that I did with my buddy Nathan Hale, who will be joining me for some collabs in the future. Me and him are very good friends. I talk to Nathan pretty much every day. I call him Nate. Nathan just kind of sounds weird to me. I talk to Nate every single day. And it's very it's just very cool. It's very cool. There's another subscriber on this channel that I'm actually going to get a hold of. Nate actually just did a video with him. Go check him out. Actually, his name's Film Stocked. He's commented. He's been a part of this community for a little bit now. I think he stumbled upon my channel when I did a collab with Nate last year during the Criterion sale. He did a video today with Nate. They did a collab video. And I'm going to reach out to him, and I'd love to do a collab with him. I think he has such great screen presence, and he brings a lot to the table. And I just want to like collab with people that I vibe with, like people that are part of the community that really, just we both love talking about movies. And so I'm definitely going to reach out to him. Haven't reached out to him yet. But I'm probably going to do that. There's a couple other people that I really want to do some stuff with in the future. And that's why I also want this community to grow a bit, because I really would love to do like collab videos with like bigger YouTubers at the likes of, I don't know if you guys know these people, but the likes of maybe like a Cody Leach or a Will Iscredia or a Brian Lomax, something with those guys, because I think that it would be a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of their channels. I love their content. They do a bunch of Cody does horror content. Brian does a bunch of different things. And then Will Iscredia, CP, he does a variety of things too. He's not really like even like a movie tuber, but he talks about movies. Like he has a very good knowledge of movies, and he's a comedian and stuff. So that's the thing. I would love for this community to get bigger, so I can work with I can collab with people that are going to bring more to the community and more to the table. And if you guys could always like the video, always like this video, or like any of the videos, that really does help. And then also just sharing my content out there with people that enjoy movies and that are looking for a community where their voice can be heard. Because I think it's very important that this community grows, and that we can all have more friends in the movie fandom verse. Because sometimes like the internet can be harsh, man. Like some people are just all about like their own opinion. Like if you don't respect my opinion, then you are then I don't respect you, or whatever. Or they're just very closed-minded, and I'm not that type of person. I don't want to be that type of person. I never have been that type of person. And people have told me, hey, Rise of Skywalker's the best Star Wars movie, and I say, cool. Not to me it isn't, but that's the subjectivity of film, man. I mean, it's that fun. So is this a good night, Nick? Yeah, honestly, I'm probably going to call it here in like 2 minutes. Let me get through some of your guys' comments. I found you by recommendation. Really? Who recommended me? Oh, was it like a recommended video to you? Or if not, if someone recommended you to me, I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That actually kind of, that's cool. Mandalorian episode 2, I think you mean season 2 expectations. Yeah, I plan on doing a video. I'm probably not going to do a stream for that. I might do like an actual video, but I haven't decided yet. I am going to be talking about season 2 of The Mandalorian, because there's a lot of news, especially in casting and the Boba Fett thing. I'll talk all about Boba Fett and Ahsoka Tano and all that stuff. Like I will be. I don't think that I've forgotten about The Mandalorian. I have not forgotten about The Mandalorian, believe me. But I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do a live stream? Do I want to do a video? How do I want to kind of supplement everything? Do I want to make it like a kind of more of an editorial, or like a news, I guess like news bulleted video? There's some ideas that I'm working with, but I will be talking about season 2 expectations of The Mandalorian for sure. I check it out. I'll check it out. I love Lord of the Rings. Awesome, man. Yeah, check it out. Enjoy. Go check out any of the content that kind of suits your fancy, man. There's a lot of stuff on here, so I think you'll find something that you'll like. This live stream is almost 2 hours long. I know, a lot longer than I planned. I actually only planned for this thing to be like 30 minutes, but we had we had fun. I'm not gonna quit when we're all having a good time. Did you say before, Nick, you just watched The Thing Called Love? No, I watched Can't Buy Me Love. It's a movie from the 80s with Patrick Dempsey as a nerd who rents a girl, which is very tragic in the real life story of that female actress. Really tragic story. It kind of gets really dark and it makes you think differently about the movie. But it's a romantic comedy, coming of age film. It's a good movie. It's not like amazing. It's not like one of my favorite movies of all time, but it is a very enjoyable movie to watch. And I quite enjoy it. Like I really want them right now. The Blu-ray is out of print, but I really would love to buy the Blu-ray of that or have it on Disney Plus. It is technically a Disney movie. Technically, I mean, it's technically a Disney movie. Like 10 Things I Hate About You is a Disney movie. So where the heck is that on Disney Plus? It is on HBO Now right now. So I'm fine with that because I have HBO Now. Recommended video. You said, yeah, I meant Boba Fett. Yeah, sorry. I did say Baba like an idiot. What am I, stupid? Again, I'm super tired and my brain is just like moving. So yeah, it's Boba Fett. I know. Thank you for correcting me, Humanoid. It was pretty stupid. Good night, Nick. Acosta Nation gang forever. Well, I don't know if it's a gang, but yeah, man, we ain't going anywhere. I saw that movie with Dempsey years ago. Yeah, dude, it's a freaking it's a fun movie. It's a very terrible premise, though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's very dated because if any movie was like that now, that movie would not survive. They definitely have to change it up. But it's a fun movie. Very flawed. The structure of the story is all over the place, and I hate the resolution of that movie. It is kind of sweet that she realizes that who he truly is, and she falls in love with him, and at the end they of course ride off into the sunset on a lawnmower together. But it's just really stupid the way it gets there because it's almost forced in a way, and it is forced in a way. Whereas Jojo Rabbit on Disney. Where is Jojo Rabbit? I know, yeah, that'll probably be on Disney Plus. I can't imagine that it wouldn't be, but who knows? Disney's very conscientious about the movies that they're going to play on their streaming service, and that movie could just go to Hulu. I don't know. Disney owns both Hulu and Disney Plus, so we'll see. Disney did a bunch of adult-oriented films in the 80s. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. My favorite one is 10 Things I Hate About You. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. That movie's very flawed. I know. Okay, it is very flawed, but you get young Heath Ledger, who is incredible in the movie. It's my second favorite performance of his, and I'm not even kidding. It's my second favorite performance of his, other than the Joker in Dark Knight. Not even kidding. I love him in that movie. Julia Stiles, I had the biggest crush on Julia Stiles. Larissa Olenek, she's okay, she's okay. But dude, Julia Stiles was hot. Like, she still is. But I had the biggest crush on her. And the movie to me, it's very flawed again, but it's very nostalgic. Like I remember it would be on like ABC Family at least like 6 times a year, and I'd watch it every time. My new favorite Disney princess is Taika Waititi Hitler. Yeah, right. That's awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Can you believe that? I drank this entire water on stream. Dang it, I missed the trash can. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. My voice is gone. This has been an awesome stream. We talked about a lot of stuff. And we might have gotten off topic, a bit, and by a bit I mean a lot. Talking about like Survivor and In and Out and stuff. But I just really want to make a fun stream. Tomorrow there is going to be a new video up on the channel. I am looking forward to it. And you know what's funny is I don't even know what the video is going to be about yet. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. I'm usually a lot more prepared, but I have a couple ideas, but I don't know which one I'm going to be fixated on. Uh, it's going to be a review for a movie. Which one? I don't know yet. But there is going to be a new video up on the channel. I can't tell you. I don't know what the video is going to be yet. I do have some creative videos. By creative, I mean like passion projects of mine, like kind of like what my Avengers Endgame video was, and like Star Wars was, and my movie marathon, something like that, to that nature. I will have one of those up as well. I do have a couple ideas that I'm working on, and hopefully those will be up very soon. Look forward to review on um, possibly Scoob this weekend. Also, I next weekend I'll have a review on Lovebirds, which is going to be on Netflix. And yeah, just stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of new content on the channel, and we're very excited. And welcome to Acosta Nation. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay healthy, and good night.